Hey there, and welcome to the first video of the Scrum Master Certification course. This course will help you ultimately achieve your Scrum Alliance Certified Scrum Master qualification. The first few videos of the course will not be looking at Scrum, but will give you an overview of the Agile methodology. After all, there'll be no Scrum if there was no Agile. So I believe that regardless of the framework you use, be it Scrum or Kanban, it's important to have a good understanding of Agile, what it is about and why we use it. So developing an Agile mindset is key to delivering successful projects and building successful products. So what is Agile? Agile is a methodology that involves discovering requirements and developing solutions through a collaborative effort between self-organizing and cross-functional teams and their end users. So in short, it really is a methodology that advocates a holistic approach to products rather than delivering projects in a traditional waterfall way with lots of upfront requirements and contract scope to meet. It advocates strong collaboration and communication and embraces the inevitable change that happens in projects to get better results. So it advocates adaptive planning. Agile is set up to respond to change. So whilst there are plans in place, Agile embraces the inevitable change that takes place within a project, rather than rigidly sticking to the initial plan. This could be adapting the delivery plan, the way the project is run, but also the product itself. It also advocates evolutionary development. This is an iterative approach to development. So rather than doing large chunks of work at a time that take weeks and weeks, Agile will break that down into smaller incremental items. So Agile will build and release its software small and often rather than big and once. This can de-risk the development of the product as working software is being delivered more often, but it also allows the product to adapt as more is learned through the project. It also advocates early delivery. Agile products will always look to get something into the hands of customers as soon as possible. Rather than waiting a year or so to release a fully loaded product full of features, Agile will look to get a simpler product into the hands of customers as soon as possible so it can generate feedback and learning from it. Think about Spotify, for example. The product we see today is vastly different to the one that was initially launched, yet they got it to market quickly and gained great learning from the customers using it. Agile also advocates continual improvement. In Agile, there is no blame, just the opportunity to learn, grow, and look to the future. Every failure is a chance to learn and succeed. Continual improvement is sought on a regular basis through ceremonies and events such as retrospective, where projects are reviewed for what is working well and what is not working so well. It is fundamental to have a mindset of continual improvement. And lastly, Agile is has a flexible response to change. Change is inevitable in all walks of life, and through delivering small, high-value, usable pieces of work at a time, Agile allows us to do this. Think about Spotify again. By getting their initial product to market quickly, they had de-risked the overall delivery of the product, but they'd also enabled themselves the chance to respond to change based on the feedback they were getting from the customer. This enabled them to make the right decisions for their product moving forward and be more competitive in the market. So we're going to now look at a little cartoon to help us understand why the Agile methodology is so effective and why developing an Agile mindset is so important. So imagine you're working in a company that has been asked to build a swing. There are lots of different people in the company and therefore lots of different interpretations of what the swing should be. So we see that the requirement has come in from the customer and is explained like this. The customer wants a smart wooden, let's say handcrafted swing with 3 wooden slats on it. Sounds pretty good and sounds pretty easy to build. So what can go wrong? Well, the marketing team have got hold of it, and then we have seen what the customer has been sold, an all singing, all dancing armchair. Way better than what they'd asked for. So maybe the marketing team have overpromised what they could deliver to the customer. Then we look to picture 3. This is what the project leaders understood the swing to be. A swing in the middle of the tree. You can immediately see the major issue here. The swing is in front of the trunk and therefore won't be able to swing. So immediately the requirement has been misinterpreted. And unless the customer and the project lead collaborate, the project will deliver the wrong thing and something that won't work. Picture 4, we see how the architect has understood it. They've understood it correctly that the swing must be able to swing. However, he has rigidly followed the project lead's requirement that the swing must be in front of the trunk, so has devised an overly complicated solution to cut the tree in half in order for the swing to be able to swing. Whilst this may deliver what the customer wants, given how complicated it would be to cut the tree in half and ensure it stays upright, it is doomed to take a lot longer to build and cost a lot more. So we see in picture 5 what the customer has actually got. They've been promised the world, but by the project team misunderstanding the requirement and it being overcomplicated and over-engineered as a result, it has failed. It's been late and it's over budget. But it turns out this is all the customer needed. A really basic, simple swing, nothing fancy, no handcrafted wood like the customer asked for. They just needed a tire on a piece of rope to swing on, which would have been very quick to build and deliver. Also very cheap and stress-free compared with the other solutions and interpretations of the swing shown. So Agile looks to get us to the end image as quickly as possible, a working product in the customer hands, rather than sort of an overcomplicated solution that is going to fail. So by valuing good communication, collaboration with the customer, and responding to change with working software, or in this case working swings, Agile can help projects be de-risked, and it can help projects deliver maximum value as soon as possible. To do this, all Agile projects must develop an Agile mindset based on the Agile Manifesto, which we'll now look to in our next video.